Hi everyone, this is the disembodied voice of Patrick Galactic. Are you an artist? Do you have friends who are? Then Weird at Night wants to show your work. We feature music, poetry, painting, dance, drag, comedy, sketch, short films, animation, literature, and much more. Yeah, I just read the graphic, but I also wrote the graphic, so it's only kind of cheating. Do you want to be a character on Weird at Night? You absolutely can. Whether you want to make something for the show or have something specific you'd like us to air, you can do it by either emailing us at weirdatnight@gmail.com, or the much cooler option is to join our Discord server, send me a friend request, and then send me a DM. Weird at Night is a place of celebration and collaboration. We're always looking for new and fresh things for the show. If you have an idea you want help developing, we're down to help. Art is the antidote, attack with love. I'll see you in a few minutes.
I'm a mythical creature here in the Waniverse with my friends, Booger Bitch Fantasia Man and Stone Cold Steve Austin. I hated all humans and lived a life of substance abuse and self-loathing. But I discovered friendship and now I feel a lot better. Welcome to Weird at Night! This is the pre-show. The live show will begin at 10 p.m. as our guide, Patrick Galactic, steers us on a course to the Artmosphere. Weird at Night is a humor-based community art share stream. The Waniverse is a land of safe but challenging fantasy. We get real stupid, and oftentimes we do them at the same time. We're interactive. If you got something to say, at Weird at Night in the chat, and we'll read your comments, as long as they aren't hateful piece of shit kind of stuff, and at least somewhat related to the show. This is a place of art, acceptance, of tolerance, and understanding. Misogyny, racism, homophobia, transphobia, and all other xenophobic ideologies are not welcome here. But if you ain't dumb like that, welcome to the Artstravaganza! Starting at 10 p.m.
Wood fire springs fold. What does bubble? The black moon swings, and the sky stirs trouble. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. By violent ends, we kill the light. Through the shadows, madness beckons. Weird at night.
Freed from the shackles of time and space, we present Weird at Night!
Hey, what's up, everybody? You catching me out of the studio. I'm used to the big cameras, the big lights. It's wild right now. But anyways, want to thank you for tuning in to Weird at Night. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate all your support. And don't forget to share the stream.
Well, hello, friends, and blessed be. Blessed be. What are we blessing and under whose authority? Why do I do this? Well, let's see. We're blessed to be creative nerds together under the authority of the Waniverse, i.e. the Queen Most High. So that must have been what I meant. I don't know. God damn it, Gizmo, did you drug me again? He's not even here, which makes me more suspicious. Well, either way, welcome to Weird at Night. I'm your guide, Patrick Galactic, traversing the artmosphere in my neat chair and sharing art from the Pacific Northwest and beyond. We are live tonight on the Converge Facebook page as well. Hello, everyone watching on Converge. Very happy to have you with us tonight. Very happy to be here each and every Saturday night at 10 p.m. Pacific. Thank you for joining us. So to get this started right, we got to do the deal. You know the deal, and the deal knows you. We must sing the song of the cosmos. So please, please join me. Okay, bang bang, mother lovers, it's time to jump into some art, and what a jump it is. Terry Monstrosity has a new track dropping soon called Brinking, featuring Terry, Not For Sale, and a ton of guest vocalists, including me. That's right, Terrence Monstrosity Esquire finally dropped his legal protection order and let me collaborate with him. Check it out, it's amazing.
And the problem is I don't know what I really think. This must be the point of brinking. Cause inside of me I seem like I am on a peak. Oh, I know you know the feeling. Oh, I know you know it. Oh, I know you know the feeling. Oh, I know you know it.
I've heard that whole track, and I'm going to tell you right now that it fucking slaps. It slaps so hard, you call it father. Wait, what? Never mind. We got a show to do. Never mind me. So we drop a quarter in the machine, and the mechanical animal that is Weird at Night begins to buck. But to do that, I need you to turn rationality off. I need you to turn what the fuck to 11. This cosmic calamity ain't an accident, cowpoke. It's an art extravaganza of galactic proportion. Weird at Night is a twice weekly art voyage through the stars. We love music. We bring surreal comedy. Weird at Night is like a smoky patchwork quilt with Twilight Zone, 90s cable access, Pee-wee's Playhouse, and Reading Rainbow all stitched in. I don't know how to make a stitching motion. We're astonishingly wholesome for people who say fuck as often as we do here. More importantly than all of that, we're a showmunity. The chat is 100% where it's at. A lot of the stuff we'll be showing tonight was made by people hanging out amongst us in the chat. So give thanks to the Queen Mist, because you're chatting amongst royalty. And if you don't want to see me turned into a squirrel with amoeba genitalia, make sure you go check out DeQueen's Bandcamp. I'm dropping the link in the chat right now. DeQueen Most High, ruler of the Waniverse and amazing rapper in Seattle. It's just weird how it all worked out. But somehow we ended up in a universe ruled by DeQueen. Now don't fear the darkness, darling. We're weird. It's night, and you're in the right place. Respect for each other and the flow of the show is essential. Distractors and spammers will be ejected. Give us a follow, and at some point in the night, I'm going to sing you a little tune and put your name in the pretty lights on the screen. If you subscribe, which is so helpful in this unpaid endeavor to deliver abstract amazingness to the masses, I'll put everything down, grab my guitar, and write you a 20-second song on the spot. Can you believe it? I can. But for now, let's let the extravaganza begin. Mary Joy from Facebook said, wow, I thought I was watching something. Will contact. This is just not me. I will be disowning this page. Wow. Wow. Okay. I'm very excited tonight because we have an all-new episode of The Adventures of Steve Germany and Dartone in Noir Land, but it's unlike anything we've shown you before. We'll have it for you later, so stay tuned. Don't miss it. This is going to be a big one. Like I said, it's unlike anything we've shown you before. Well, things in my world have picked up big time. I started a new quarter of college on Monday, and it's already swirling around like a tsunami of deadlines, and my eyes start to roll in the back of my head, and I think to myself, how could I possibly pull this off? Then I take a deep breath and remind myself that I'm absolutely capable of handling whatever comes. I take a deep breath and remind myself that I'm a lot stronger, a lot smarter, and a lot more crafty than I give myself credit for. And if all of that is true, why am I worried? You see, the world moves fast, friends, real fast. It can feel like it's moving without you and that you desperately need to catch up. But the truth is, we have some control of our own orbit and our own access. You are the one who can set the pace of your life. When you're worried about your world, take a minute and ask yourself, who's in charge here? If the answer isn't me, ask again. Life is short, anxiety is pain, and joy is no illusion. It is entirely possible. As someone who 2 months ago could barely stammer out what I was feeling because of my stress level, I'm here to tell you it can change so fast. Believe in you, trust you, then proceed. But I'm done jabbering and gibbering. We got a show to do. Right now, I want everyone on every platform to ask me a weird question. Maybe a question like, where is it? Or do you remember that day? Anything you want. Just at me in the chat and I'll answer when we have at least 3 questions. We got a lineup of pure fire tonight. Pure fire. Prom Queen returns with a new music video. NOIR GRIME Collective has a performance for us. We dive deep into the mind of American painter Sam Gilliam and much more. But before we do that, we take off into the artmosphere with a music video from first-time Weird at Night performers NightNight. This is their new video, Ashes, which will be on their forthcoming album, Love Decayed, that comes out in January. I'll be dropping the links, but watch the video while I do, okay? I think you're gonna love it.
Ashes fell from cigarettes like snow upon your lips. Neon lights you wouldn't follow me like some forgotten lore. Last time I would see you before. He shot down in a fit of jealousy. I heard about it in the back of a magazine. He shot down in a fit of jealousy. You only ever brought me home with one eye on me and one eye on the road. He shot down in a fit of jealousy.
Jubilance! Your big toe is exposed. You haven't been sock fighting again, have you?
Sock fight! Sock fight! Sock fight! Mondays at work! Sock fight!
Wow. Well, that was a freaking cool video from Night Night. Amazing, amazing stuff. I love that intense, dark electronic vibe and the modern visual psychedelia. Great stuff. Make sure to check out the rest of their tunes and consider pre-ordering their new record, Love Decayed. It comes out this January. I dropped links in the chat for you. So it's all there for you, baby. And also big love to Madeline Williams for the incredible animation for Sock Fight. We're always looking for more ways to feature animators. Are you an animator? Do you know someone who is? Stay tuned. We'll tell you more about how to submit your work later in the show. But for now, we got some questions. Hello. All right, we're in the questions portion of the show. Oh, I got some good ones from people. Want to again thank Marjoy on Facebook for already kind of giving us the highlight of the night. Thank you so much. Madsy in the End Times, given your favorite movie, how would you recast it using a slug and a pillar of salt? Now, I'm not one to say something's my favorite these days because I've realized that every time I call something my favorite, it's something I've seen recently, and then I change my mind abruptly like a week later. But let's just say for this question, my favorite movie was Godfather 2, which is one of my favorite movies. I do love that film. As far as the slug, I think you give the Robert De Niro role to the slug because he's kind of just slamming his way through time. You know, slugs aren't bound by time the way we all are. I don't know if you all knew that, but it's true. They're not. They cross dimensions of time all the time. And I would make Al Pacino, Michael Corleone, I would make him the pillar of salt because he's so stoic that a lot of times, provided that the pillar of salt could act with its eyes the way Pacino does, and of course pillars of salt have eyes, that's what it would be. That's what it would be. It would be a Godfather 2 recast with a slug playing Robert De Niro and a pillar of salt playing Al Pacino. Thank you, Madsy. Blaze in Space from Facebook, pronounced carefully from Kristen on Facebook. Thank you, Kristen. Great question. You answered it yourself. Very proud that you were brave enough to chime in. Everybody over there on Facebook, if you got a weird question, we're still answering them. So please send them our way. Send them our way. Alex F&V asks, do you remember where the dog put the body? I mean, yeah, the dog hit a body one time, and I definitely remember where. The dog isn't really my concern. My daughter is the real concern, and no, I have no idea where the bodies are buried from her. But my 19-year-old daughter definitely has a way of hiding a body. I don't think anybody's ever going to catch her. And then, let's see, Dartone the Third asks, couch, chair, or bed? Couch, chair, or bed? Well, that's a great question, Dartone. I assume you're asking, where do I prefer to eat Cheetos, couch, chair, or bed? And the answer, my friend, is bed. I love when I get into bed and there's just a little bit of grit in there and you realize it's old Cheeto dust. That's good stuff. Thank you, Dartone. Great question. Great question. Do we have any more? I thought we had one more. Oh, yes. Blaze in Space passed along a question from Michael Swanson on Facebook. How often do you trim your beard? Well, Michael, that's a hard question to answer because I work on a 25-hour day. A lot of you observe 24-hour days. I observe a 25-hour day. So at this point, I really don't know what day I'm on anymore. But I try to shave the beard, once a weekish, maybe. I'm not one of those people that's overtly hairy, but it does grow back kind of fast. So thank you so much for your question, and thank you all for your questions. Love the little repartee between us all. Now, a few episodes back, I told you about a beat battle that was hosted on Twitch by our friends, the music collective NOIR GRIME, of which Terry Monstrosity is a part. But we have some dope footage from a previous live performance that features our friends Shubzilla with Bill Beats. And I think you're gonna love this. Enjoy, Weird-Arinos.
Hey y'all, I'm Shubzilla. This here's Bill Beats. Thank you so much for tuning in. Let's start off with the conquest. Be me, I'm great like the 7 seas. When you don't give a fuck, it's a breeze. Set sail, better come aboard. I'm a ghost, stealing booty from a lesser host, so you know I'm the type to be chill, run the gym, I got my eye on. Be by the side of a scion. Zilla rap all day, and I say I ain't shit, cause I get my way or the highway, bitch. But you wanna know how unlike me got that flow? Ain't no secret, I've been working. Target lock, you circle jerking. Full speed ahead, and I'm breezing past. Can't beat me when you at half mast. Lord at my side when I'm on a conquest. I skip mess, but a bitch stay blessed. Yeah, I'm a brag cause I got it in the bag. Bitch they thought. Don't eat a fleet cause you can't catch me. Bitch they thought. I shit. I don't need dead weight, I'm a battleship. It's about high tide and I wanna take a ride. Can't run or hide when I pop a dead eye. She's sinking, I'm drinking, run my way there, ho ho ho, and I'm in the sleigh. Yeah, I'm a brag cause I got it in the bag. Bitch they thought, don't eat a fleet cause you can't catch me. Bitch they thought, I got shit, better shoot from the hip. Bitch they thought, hoes wanna try but they all gotta die. Bitch they thought.
Incredible stuff. That was amazing. Shubzilla is not to be trifled with, friends. We all figured that out, right? And Bill Beats living up to the name in absolutely every single way. Unbelievable stuff. Make sure to give NOIR GRIME a follow if you're on Twitch, and stay tuned for more live events. They were basically our first friends here. Astral Media Lab and NOIR GRIME were basically our first friends here on Twitch, and we followed them since we've been here, and they have never failed to do some really, really cool shit. So make sure you give it up to our friends over at NOIR GRIME. Give them a follow on Twitch. Now, speaking of cool stuff, you know our broadcast partners over at Converge Media are doing cool stuff every damn day. Their coverage of local and national news has gained them worldwide acclaim, and they aren't resting on their laurels. Amari Salisbury, the gentleman who welcomed you to Weird at Night, has been pushing the limits of what community coverage can be relentlessly. Here's a little overview. Check it out.
I did it for the city, I did it for the love, I did it for the people, I did it for us. Back on this rap ish, I ain't even broke a sweat, homie, this practice. Pondering my next move, staring at my track list, hope I ain't miss my window. Praying like a Baptist, Seattle's own. Tired of this Game of Thrones. They made a list of the best rappers, and guess who wasn't on? While the disrespect continues, I'm steady packing these venues.
What can I say? Converge's signature morning update show airs at 11 a.m. but is on a brief hiatus while they upgrade their studio, which is going to be awesome. Their other programming is still ongoing, including us right now, Saturdays at 10 p.m. Pacific. Go check out their website and consider giving your support to their work. I can't think of a better cause. But from the informative to the bliss of inherent knowing, we turn now to American artist Sam Gilliam. This is an interview that we're bringing to you courtesy of Louisiana Channel. Sam Gilliam's mediums are many, from paint to drapery to plastic. His work has received worldwide acclaim for decades. His commitment to his personal evolution, to reimagining and redefining is work that's something we could all learn from, okay? And we can get started on that learning right now.
There was a muralist who painted churches and bars, and his name was Mr. Clay, the father of Muhammad Ali. But my dad said, you know, you think about art, you ought to go and watch Mr. Clay do these church murals. And he did graphs and he copied from the calendar. But there was one painting that he made called The Holy Land. And he just went smack, 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 smack. I say, wow, that's my job. But I just did free painting on plywood, but it would soak in. But then old Derner, techniques of the masters and things like this, and Larry would Jetto 5 times. You could keep it up. But I my professor says, well, you got too much respect for paint. So why don't you paint on paper? With a lot of group thinking, with friends who started and God, they left, is that you spend a lot of time alone. I painted in the basement of my house. I had friends that we formed groups, and I was the best. I could look around me and see. I think that it's not that I was the best, it's the will to concentrate. It's a sense that the greatness of the unfinished, I mean, the sense that something can exist and then it cannot exist. And I don't know if I'm really geared to just really painting, and the manifestation of painting as it progressive, which also has that strong beginning through education of studying Giotto, having gone to Giotto's temple outside of Venice. I'm in love with Tintoretto. And not so much from seeing his paintings, but seeing the flatness of his paintings. But to have read about Tintoretto in Venice, looking at a Madonna, you can feel the splash of the paddles in the canal. I haven't found that damn painting, but it's a good start. The thing about art is that sometimes you're broke. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. But I've never lost entirely. And what you guys say, as a word said, we just keep on keeping on.
Wow. Wow. Incredible color, incredible human being, amazing art. There's so much we could talk about with Sam Gilliam that it wouldn't fit into a single episode of Weird at Night. So we've dropped a bunch of links in the chat. Click that bio link. Go read about Sam Gilliam. A very inspiring and amazing person. Watch, and then we also dropped a link to the entire version of that video. So go watch that and get inspired all over again. Now, speaking of inspiration, you know what I'm inspired by? The Cold Hard Green, the Missoula, the Benjamins. And here on Weird at Night, we're extremely blessed to have one sponsor who has seen us through absolutely everything. It's Shitty's Pizza, everybody.
Hey! You got my order wrong! I ordered double bandages!
More bandages! I'm on it! What? Pubes? 3 pubes in every bite, guaranteed.
Are you tired of pubes in your pizza?
Delicious, delicious. Thanks again to Madeline Williams for that incredible animation. Wow, that Sam Gilliam piece really was inspiring to me. It just his thoughts, his work itself. You know, what I was so taken by what he said during that video was that him and his friends formed little groups and they just got together and they just tried to make art together. There wasn't anything in it for them financially. There wasn't any clout to go chase on social media. It was just about loving art and loving art together as a group. And I think that, you know, there's something to that sometimes feels a little lost in our world, a little lost. But once again, hello to everybody over on the Converge Media Facebook page. Thanks so much for tuning in to the show tonight. Wanted to let you all know, I'm dropping a link to our Discord right now. We have a new channel on the Discord server. It's called #SeekingCollab. It's another tool for your creative toolkit. Do you have a project that you're working on that you're looking for a collaborator on? Is there something about the project you don't know how to do yourself that somebody else may know how to do in our community? Well, go over there. It's like a personals for collaborators. So put another tool in that creative toolkit. Join our Discord. I've dropped the link in the chat. Make sure you check it out and consider joining, because I think that it's something that we could all benefit from, is having more people to help us realize our visions. I find that my best work comes from collaborative efforts. So give it a shot, give it a shot. But we also have a bit of an open casting call for new artists to show their work on Weird at Night. Like here, this is an open casting call. Do you make music, poetry, painting, dance, drag, comedy, sketch, short film, animation, literature? You can get it on Weird at Night, and we would love for you to. You can submit your work to us via email or our Discord. Our email is weirdatnight@gmail.com or bit.ly/WAN-Discord. But either way, you don't have to have a fully formed idea. If you want to make a sketch, we're down to collaborate. We're down to have fun together. That's really a big part of what the show's about. So make sure that you let people know if you know really people who make sketch comedy, if you know people who do drag, if you know people who have great dancing footage. We want to share it with the world. That's what Weird at Night is about. So please feel free to let people know. But and last thing before we head off to our friend Omari Salisbury again. Please follow our channel. If you're watching on the Converge Media Facebook page, make sure you follow Converge Media. If you're watching on Twitch, give us a follow there. If you're watching on YouTube, give us a subscribe over there. It's so helpful for us. Tells the algorithms we're on the come up a little bit. And fighting those algorithms is a big part of the game, unfortunately. But we got to do it because we're trying to bring this art to everyone. But for now, here's my friend Omari Salisbury.
Yo, it's your man, the Big O. I want to thank you for tuning in to Weird at Night. Don't forget to share the stream.
You know, the Big O is making a lot of sense. It's a big help on whatever platform you're on. If you want to share our stream, we would greatly appreciate that. Thank you so much for being here with us tonight. But coming up, there's still a ton of great stuff on the way. Prom Queen returns with an incredible new music video. Not For Sale is kicking it somewhere in here. Nana Mucho and Nina Watson-Carey return with a whole bunch of incredible song previews to share and more. But first, we return to Noir Land. I told you at the top of the show that Shoe Detective, Steve Germany, and Dartone III are in the middle of an important case. We've seen them gratuitously jabbing at each other, but not much else has happened. Well, that all changes tonight. Give your eyes a wiping, and behold.
I'm Salute since I went up there. Hello, Trouble. It's been a while since we last met, but I know you're still out there. And I have a feeling...
It's the
You're looking for me. You wish I'd forget you. Don't you, Trouble? Perhaps it is you that has forgotten me. Perhaps I need to come find you. Remind you who I am.
Hello, Trouble. It's been a while since we last met. Or was it just yesterday? I can't get that damn radio commercial out of my head. It clings to you like the stench of cigarettes. Like the stench of this city of enigmas. The city of Noir. It was a dark and stormy night in a city where the scenic beauty and seedy underbellies go hand in hand, like a mystery found and unsolved. And here I've stepped in the puddle of a new mystery. Why did I give up my case to find the goblin bird? She was a myth smoother than whiskey. She'd talk about destroying the world to solve global warming, and I'd drink up every word. But it was momentary, or so I thought. Now that Steve Germany and Dartone are on the case, it's all anyone will talk about. And I still have no idea who took Dartone's right shoe. If this town won't appreciate me as a detective, well, then they'll have to love me as a true crime radio host. It's my case now too, retired or not. And I'm here with you, my hungry audience, to see this through, to clothe the naked foot, and to find the missing scientist. Their name? Madeline Ravage. The Adventures of Steve Germany and Dartone III in Noir. Starring Steve Germany and Dartone III in The Case of the Goblin Bird. Episode 1, Mandolin. The streets of Noir bleed monochromatic tones of black, white, and gray. But never before has there been such a colorful duo in this mysterious hellscape. A shoe detective determined to prove himself as a detective, and a cult leader who just wants to find his right shoe. We find our idiot hero and his charismatic sidekick, two left turns after a straightaway at the New Orleans strip club. It had been weeks since the honorable genius Detective Mcgruff handed them his most unsolvable case, and it remains unsolved. But a new clue has flushed its way to the surface by way of the New Orleans sewer systems, and into the toilet water touching hands of one Dartone III. This clue was a grouping of photographs of famous scientist Madeline Ravage. Before their disappearance, Madeline had been in the papers discussing the new experimental machine, a device to control the weather, to change dimensions, and to save everyone from global warming. And dear listeners, if this story is already getting too hot for you, take off that sweater and switch to shorts. This week's episode is a scorcher. Dartone and Steve Germany hit the streets with their new clues, showing every local shop owner and barback their evidence in hope of a coincidence. With no luck, they finally have the genius idea to visit Madeline Ravage's home address and lab.
God damn. Look at it. It's beautiful. Everything's here. Everything's here that we need. There's gotta be clues. There's gotta be clues, Dartone. What are you doing?
What? Oh, I'm looking through the underwear drawer. What are you doing?
Well, wait a minute. All the left shoes are missing. Dartone, didn't you lose your right shoe? Do any of these shoes fit your goddamn feet? Do any of these look like your shoes?
No. No. This does not fit my foot. It does fit my hand, though. My hand does fit into that, if that helps.
You goddamn it, Dartone, you huge-footed idiot! Look at this big button here. It says if I go missing, push this button.
Yeah, but I'm not missing. I'm right here.
Should we press it or not?
Of course, we always press buttons. Why would you not press the button?
Look at it. Is that Madeline Ravage?
Yeah, I think that is Madeline Ravage.
For posterity, this is one Madeline Ravage, environmental scientist, beginning a recorded chronicle of my creation of a very important device. device. A device which I hope and believe will be the answer to the rapid decline of our climate once and for all. A device that can reverse the melting of ice caps, halt erosion, replenish our ozone, evaporate the pollution, and suck the chaos from the very essence of humankind. In the midst of my research and construction of this device, I have indeed stumbled upon a formula, the formula for chaos itself. I truly believe that by extracting and eradicating chaos from the Earth and its beings, my device will be the key to saving this planet and steering it towards becoming a veritable utopia. I have dubbed the device Utopion. Working title. In the interest of safety, I alone shall be the first test subject upon completion of the device. I truly have no fears and anticipate the smoothest trial process. Ending recording for now. This is one Madeline Rivage.
Well, this changes everything, Dartone. Now, not only is there a goblin bird involved, now there's some kind of mad scientist involved. We gotta get everything together in a logical order. Then, I think we should put it in an illogical order and then see if it comes back to being logical again. But, hold me, Dartone.
Don't worry, Daddy Dartone's got you.
I know these arms they are a home of sorts, but never mind that. The problem is on the other shoe now, Dartone. Not only are we looking for a goblin bird, not only has this bird kidnapped a mad scientist, but we're also being watched.
I like it when people watch. I wonder who's watching this time.
I don't know. It could be anybody, but my bet's on the goblin bird.
Discoveries made! Shoes lost and found! Feathers and science! Can our unlikely heroes save the day, or will they forever plummet forever into the dark, empty void of mystery? Find out next week when we return with the adventures of Steve Germany and Dartone III in NOIR Land.
Good God! Madeline Rivage, acclaimed climate scientist, sure reminds me of someone. I have no idea who, though. Huh. And how does this have anything to do with the goblin bird? And where is the goblin bird? And isn't it fucking hilarious how Steve and Dartone dance while they sing? Isn't that kind of funny? And also, isn't Dartone kind of looking kind of banging lately? I mean, not sure what's different, but you wear it well, you smug son of a bitch. You really do. Well, wherever the case takes them, we know Steve Germany, Dartone, Madeline Rivage, the Goblin Bird, and Mcgruff have plenty more for us still to come. Speaking of plenty, though, Not For Sale has released plenty of albums during the time we featured him on Weird at Night. His most recent album, Nothing Makes Sense Anymore, dropped last month, and it's so good. Here's a sniff, but it's a quick one.
The world is in shambles. The world is divided. Mainstream media is spreading lies. People are dropping like flies. The wrath of Mother Nature is present. What's next? Are you prepared? Mentally? Physically? Spiritually? Whatever tomorrow may bring, just be ready. Because nothing makes sense anymore.
Goddamn. Like I said, that album from Not For Sale is dope. Make sure you check it out. And while you're checking stuff out, make sure you go to the Shop of One. That's the Shop of WAN, W-A-N, WAN, W-A-N. Go check it out because we got a lot of cool stuff in there. Principally, the coolest thing in our in the shop of WAN is our artist studio, which features merch from people who've been on the show. Some have been on regularly, some have just left a big mark. But you can get a t-shirt from Not For Sale. You can get a Bring On The Drugs t-shirt. DeQueen. You can be the DeQueen of everything. You can get a Dirty Bitch Brass shirt, Blazing Space, Astro Media Lab, Nada Mucho, Mike Thoreau, all kinds of different people. Matt Jenkins. Come on. There's no end to it. And every dollar of profit that is gained from the artist studio will be passed on directly to those artists. We also have some cool Weird at Night merch that I'd encourage you to check out as well. We have a Pink Cloud fanny pack that says hate is my love language. We have a Trash Force t-shirt, Weird at Night logo merch. There's a whole bunch of stuff, but no matter what your style is, the Shop of WAN has got you covered. I'm dropping a link to the shop in the chat right now. Make sure you go check it out. Now, speaking of covered, Nada Mucho's coverage of the Northwest music scene goes all the way back to 1998. But they've crossed time and space to deliver another choice set of music shares, courtesy of the one and only Nina Wasankari. Nina.
Hey everyone, this is your Nada Mucho host, Nina Wasankari, coming at you with Nada Mucho, newsy news that's new. Nada Mucho is 100% volunteer driven, supporting independent music with love since 1998. Tonight we have fresh, new music just for you. And for each of these artists, we're going to drop the links in the chat. What we want you to do is click on those links and support those artists directly. This is Nina Wasankari, and you are watching Weird at Night.
You were the greatest, hope you know you are the shit.
I can't eat donuts anymore without thinking of you. See my reflection in the mall. You're the homeless you too. I can't eat donuts anymore without thinking of you. Not any flavor in the world, it's a bad thing to lose. But I get so sick when you're here. It's a matter of time till you're out of my system forever, my dear, my dear. And I'm feeling itch.
360 with no connect. Boob tube, YouTube, internet. These bitches ain't bad, they just disrespect. These rappers ain't hard, so they hardly spit. Young, bodhisattva, heart chakra, solar plexus. Rock with Babadoo, pranayama, the drum I'm weapon. Kabbalah Bhati, God Bhati, pure intention. Swami, only in the third dimension. Trying to keep my chakras pure, but I done smoked so many squares in my tonsils hurt. I'ma utter these mantras, we got to learn. They say you only live once, but I'm not so sure.
Someday I hope to forget what I was for. Let it dissolve like an artichoke being gutted around its spine. I make a plan to see you the weak and offer known I couldn't keep, but it's sweet to see me circle.
Tell me something of mine that's not hidden in the ground to find. Oh, Antigone couldn't bring the misery. Tell me something of yours that hasn't been marked by crows before. Oh, Antigone couldn't bring this.
Guess all you wanted was my eyes. Eyes got hot, just turned brown like popsicles. You said on the streets in summertime. Call your mom, tell her you're in jail. Can't make it girls for sale. Or just tell her that I wanted to go.
apprentice. Out your depth, just something you can't finish. Sean Guestless, Eric Sermon, and Perry Smith. Nobody blink, they don't know who the fuck that is. Don't come through talking crazy, I'm babysitting my ex's kid. She only wanna know what time breakfast is. Then snacks, trust, you don't want none of that. She won't listen to a word you say. Onion powder, only thing on they spice rack. But cats act like Quentin on his way. Gladys Knights, good old days.
So much good stuff with Nanamucho. Like I always say, it's almost hard to keep up with. And if you can't keep up, make sure to follow Nanamucho on Twitter. They share more about these artists throughout the week. Not only that, Nana is posting new content to their site after kind of a pandemic freeze, and the world is suddenly starting to feel right again. They have a huge archive of material that they've covered since 1998. Go learn about the Seattle music scene. It's all there for you. Now, we find ourselves here so soon, so fast. It happens every time. But this is the part of the show that we call the auto-write. Now, you might be asking yourself, what the fuck is an auto-write? Well, friends, an auto-write is the tool of the surrealists. Essentially, what we're trying to do is get as close to our unconscious mind as we possibly can. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna count down from 10, and as I do, just try to clear your mind, okay? Then, when I get to 1 from 10, I'm gonna say go. When I say go, I want you all to start writing in your chat whatever comes to your mind. Don't edit, don't spell correct. It's not necessary. We're not trying to impress anybody here, but we all have our own methods, so do what makes you comfortable, but it's probably best if you don't spell correct or edit too much. That said, we're gonna write for about 30 or 45 seconds, and then I'm gonna say stop, and when I say stop, we'll hit enter or return on our keyboards. Everybody's auto-write will show up in the chat. I'm gonna read them out loud, and then we have one more badass music video to share with you from Prom Queen before we leave tonight. But we'll head off into the Discord post-show voice chat, which happens about 10 minutes after the stream goes off the air. And it's a really cool thing. We'll talk more about that before we go. But for now, let's do this auto-write. So once again, summarize. I count down from 10. You try to clear your mind. I get to 1 and say go. We all start writing in the chat, whatever comes into your head. When I say stop, we all hit enter or return. We'll read them out loud. We'll watch this amazing Prom Queen video, and then we'll head to the Discord post-show voice chat. Okay? All right, so I'm gonna start counting down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Start typing. Okay, and we're gonna stop. I just dropped my auto-write into the chat. You go ahead and do that for yourself as well. So here's what I said. Type the night away on your face if you don't have space on your computer. Hard drives fill so fast with Scooby-Doo episodes I hated as a child, but keep as a commemoration of that misery. I love Scooby, don't get me wrong, but wish it was animated by Salvador Dali. Well, whatever. Lost my spot. Well, whatever. There's always next generation. Personally, I'm hoping for PlayStation, but will gladly take a Game Boy instead.
Okay, this is moreover than my chances of winning a Who Has More Money contest. Alex F&V, the mod of justice. My cousin, Alex F&V. I don't know what you're thinking, but there's nothing you know more than what time it was when the blueberry hit the raspberry in the face with a pool noodle. Oh dear. It was 7:32 in the morning. Don't even worry about the spiders in your bed because there's only gremlins outside and they're ready to party. Gizmo is actually dead and Pat is pretending he's alive. Shh. You heard it here first. Who knew Pat was a murderer? I did. Bicentennial baby. I'm not clear. I'm thinking about the Mariners. I'm just a little super pumped and being reminded of what it's like to have an MLB home team again. Go team! I'm right there with you, Bicentennial baby. I'm a big baseball fan when there's a team worth rooting for. Blaze in space, creak my neck, sponge my knee, just a few sounds and feelings echoing work and experiences past. This is my first time starting my auto-write while sharing the links for the Converge stream, so it's weird. Like a hippo using sunscreen, that purpa or ketchup that's green, oh wait, that shit was like totally on the shelves. Remember 3D? Remember squirt guns? Are flying cars next, or is it virtual reality? Maybe it's both and it's already happened. Time to go to the disco. Beautiful Blazin'. Madsy in the end times. I feel a dull throbbing pain, and I'm not sure it's from the brightness of my own dreams or the desire to surpass them. If time is a cookie, I'm eating through the center so fast I've missed the crumbs along the way. Wow. Dartone the Third. I was listening to the epic song, What Does the Fox? Some asshole in the comments said, they fucking bark. I've never felt such rage before. Not a spoiler warning or anything. It's okay. They're dead now. Shit, the FBI is taking my auto-write seriously again. I have to lose them. I may be late to the Discord chat. That is not a surprise, Dartone. Not a surprise at all, but quite deserving. And if they catch you, I'll give them all the evidence they need. Hey friends, this is a lot of fun. These things, like I said, they come and go so quickly. Sharing this hour with you each and every Tuesday and Saturday at 10 p.m. PT Pacific time is unlike anything else I've ever done with my life. I never dreamed we'd have so many creative and inspiring people involved here at Weird at Night, but look at us now. The party isn't exactly over. We have a post-show Discord voice chat directly after the stream ends that everyone is welcome to join. It's like hanging out in a green room at the end of the show. We riff, we communicate, we connect. Click the link I'm dropping into the chat now. Join our Discord server. Here's the link for you there. Join our Discord server and head over to the community voice chat room. I'll be there in about 10 minutes until around midnight tonight. I gotta jet around midnight. Now we say art is the antidote because it is. We say attack with love because we do. Like I said, I'll be there in about 10 minutes at Discord. I hope you'll join me. Our last incredible performer is none other than friend of Weird at Night, Prom Queen. The band released a new music video, also featuring Cassandra Violet, called Lucky, that we're about to play. I'm Patrick Galactic. We are Weird at Night. And I'll see you in the Discord or right here on Twitch and YouTube Live every Tuesday and Saturday night. And on Saturdays, we're also on the Converge Facebook page. Thank you all so much. Big love from me to you. I hope you have some peace this weekend. And I hope that you do something just for yourself. But for now, this is Lucky by Prom Queen.
Early morning, she wakes up, knock, knock, knock on the door. It's time for makeup, perfect smile. It's you they're all waiting for. Isn't she lovely, this Hollywood girl? She's so lucky, she's a star, but she cries with a lonely heart, thinking if there's nothing missing in my life, then why do these tears come at night? Lost in an image, in a dream, but there's no one that'll wake her up. She's so lucky. She's a star, but she cries with a lonely heart, thinking if there's nothing missing in my life, then why do these tears come at night? Isn't she lovely, this Hollywood girl? She is so lucky, but why does she cry? If there is nothing missing in her life, why do tears come at night? She's so lucky. She's a star, but she cries with a lonely heart, thinking if there's nothing missing in my life, then why do these tears come at night? Why do these tears come at night?
You're weird at night, so weird at night. Thanks for being so weird at night. For 100 nights, weird at night.
Freed from the shackles of time and space, we present Weird